not really waiting for anybody, but if you catch me live, then we lit. But you know what it is. It's a Mindset Monday live from the beach. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. We're in a little, this is like a little, I don't know. I don't want to say pond, but a little gathering of the water. There's the ocean. But yeah, I want to talk about the importance of working together, why we should work together, why you should not feel that you have to do everything, that everything can just be done with just you. Because if that was the case, then you would know everything. And nobody knows everything. Not even the person with the highest IQ knows everything, right? One of my favorite things, my husband even put on a shirt from gathering. My mind is still on Gathering the Masters, y'all. But one of my things from Game of Thrones, my favorite line was when the little midget brother, I forget his name, when he was like, I drink and I know things. That's it. I drink and I know things. And the things that I know that I don't know, so I find someone who knows them. Like, period. Right? It's part of delegation, but it's also part of being strong. It takes strength to know what you can and cannot do. And it takes strength to be able to relinquish that ability to other people. And not just say, okay, I'm going to, do all this. And even though it may not be perfect, at least I can say I did it all by myself. That's not the way how we're designed, right? The saying, many hands make light work. It is very imperative that we have many hands to do things, right? I set up my tent. That's my tent. Can you see it? I can't see if you can see it. Yeah, that's my tent, the blue one, right? Set it up by myself, right? But if I wasn't here by myself, it would have took me maybe 10 minutes to do instead of 20. And it wouldn't have collapsed. It would have stayed upright, right? The first time. But once I got it upright, that was it. It was done. So yeah, you can do it on your own. But when you have assistance, it makes it lighter. It makes it easier. It makes it so much easier to handle. And when you allow yourself to say, you're saying hi, say hi. Okay, good job. And when you say, okay, I'm going to ask you to do this and ask you to do that and put this on you, you now can allow your ego to be in check. Because this person that doesn't know how to ask for help or doesn't want to work together with people, they usually have an overinflated ego, or their solar plexus is out of whack, okay? And it causes them to now feel they have to have all the power. Look, it's right here. They have to have all the power. They can't let it go. They can't let any power go for anyone else, because then it won't be done properly, right? I got to get it done right, so I got to do it. I've struggled with that a lot, especially with my house. Listen, I ask you to do something, I tell you to do something, then I ask you to do it again and you don't do it, I'm just going to do it myself. And then if you try to do it again afterwards and it's not done the way how I told you to do, I'm going to go back and do it again. Right? I had to learn how to kind of relinquish control and say, okay, you know what? You all can handle that. Children, you can do your laundry, right? You all can cook, right? You all can do other things so I don't have to take everything on. But when you don't allow the many hands to come in and help you, again, sure, you can get it done, but it can be very like weakening, right? You can have so many links, you can wear so many hats, but it can be weak. So for example, my husband knows how to do a million things. He is a jack of all trades, right? Usually I'm in my backyard and you see my backyard, you see how it's built up. He did all that, right? He knows how to garden. He knows how to put security cameras up. He knows how to fix computers. He knows how to fix cell phones. He knows how to do roofs. He knows how he can build a house if you tell him to, right? He knows how to cook. He knows how to do laundry. He knows how to do many things. But is he strong in all those things? Not necessarily. He's very, very good, but strong in everything? No, not necessarily. So it's good when he learns how to delegate, where he can say, okay, you know what, this is no longer worth my time or something that I should continue to put my time and energy into. So I'm going to let that So I'm going to let that rock, right? I'm going to let someone else handle it. But when you don't say, okay, let's work together, let's all do our own part, right? Just like how the flower has its purpose and the eggs. Zach. No. Sorry, mama. Sorry about that. Come here. You gonna be in timeout. He around here chasing a little girl, throwing toys at her. When you say, okay, the flour has its part, right? We're baking a cake. The flour has its part, the eggs has its part, the oven has its part, the butter has its part, the sour cream has its part. I'm making a pound cake, y'all. The sugar has its part. The flour can't say I'm gonna do what the sugar does. No. The eggs can't say I'm gonna do what the sour cream does. No. Everyone has their parts. And if you allow yourself to be open to say, okay, this is my part, this is my square, and I'm gonna play the mess out of my part. I'm gonna make sure my part is 100. I'm gonna make sure that my part is done to perfection. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm gonna make sure my part is done to perfection. Then that makes the links stronger. It makes it easier to manage. So since Gathering in the Masters is still on my mind, everyone came in and played their part. Queen Afua did not come in and try to be Dr. Jewel Pooprum. Dr. Viserys did not come in and try to be Yaki Awakening. They know their strengths. And it doesn't matter if they said the same thing 50 million times, if you've heard it 50 million times. Repetition is what leads to perfection. That's why commercials work. Because they repeat things over and over and over. They put things over and over and over into your psyche. They make it so that it's creating an earworm, right? It's burrowing a hole in your psyche. So you hear things over and over and over. It's repetitious. But you know, this is what I do. This is what I can say. This is how I can perfect it. But if you choose, I can do everything by myself. I used to be so grumpy when I had to do everything by myself. Now, I just called home, called wifey and was like, you cooking today? And she's like, oh, my son's gonna cook. And I said, even better. I'll be at the beach even longer because I don't have to do everything. That makes me so happy. When you get things off your chest and relinquish some of the work, it makes your load lighter. It makes you feel lighter. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel, like a winner. It makes you feel good. And it also helps your solar plexus to be balanced. But if you're in a way where you can't, release some of the power, then your solar plexus is going to be overworked. It's not going to feel good. Right? So allow yourself to know when to work together. I have my seminar coming up at the end of the year, my catapult seminar. And I know, okay, I don't know everything about this, so I'm going to get this person to speak about this. I don't know everything about that, so I'm going to get someone to speak about that. Many hands make the light work. Or make the work light. It feels good. You don't have to do everything on your own. And if you're like, I don't have any friends, or no one can do it as good as me, or I don't know how to find XYZ, or whatever the case may be, again, that's your solar plexus talking from an unbalanced place. And all you have to do is say, I'm open to assistance. I'm open to help. I'm open to positivity. I'm open to greatness. I'm open to things working out for me. Work together. We're social beings. You never know who it is that you're going to run into that, can teach you something. Even if they're perfected at it and you know how to do a little something, they're going to do it a little bit different. They may improve. They may improve what it is that you do. But you got to allow yourself to work together and let go of some of the desires from your unbalanced ego, from your ego that's telling you you have to be the master and control everything. Let go of some of those desires, put them in check, and allow yourself to work together. It brings a different energy. It makes things more electric. It makes things so much more dynamic. Okay? So That's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm looking at the comments. Bots. Hi, positive vibes, positive vibes, positive vibes. Yes, all positive vibes. All positive vibes. The water is so peaceful and beautiful and serene. And it works together to create a balanced ecosystem. You take certain things out the ocean and the water where it can't work together in its natural harmonic rhythm, and it'll start giving off a putrid smell, or it'll start having adverse effects. Working together is imperative. We are social beings. That's why we have antennas on the top of our head, so we can pick up the receptors and say, hey, you can help me. It's okay to accept help. It doesn't make you weak. Okay? So that's all that I have for you today. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your beautiful Monday. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.